Yo, listen up, it's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hard way wrestling coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down a gauntlet, making them mark. Hard way wrestling straight from the heart.
Good Sunday morning.
It is.
Oh my goodness. I'm not going to yell today. I'm not going to yell like I normally do to get this thing kicked off. But welcome. Welcome to Hard Way Wrestling. It is Saturday. It is Sunday morning. It's not Sunday. Saturday morning.
Jesus said, say your prayers and take your vitamins and let's talk about wrestling. Or maybe that was Hulk Hogan. I don't know.
Well, Hulk Hogan and Jesus definitely in the same category.
Yeah, maybe.
Right. So we're here on this glorious Sunday morning to talk about Saturday night's main event. Should have changed the name to pay your sponsor main event. Lots of, man, I'll tell you.
I'm commercialed out. Like I saw so many commercials for, I watched it on Peacock up in my room on my Xbox, not NBC. So I'm tired of like Peacock ads. I'm tired. I think I saw Subway ads. I saw Hims ads. I don't even know. I saw more ads than fucking wrestling.
So could you watch this on NBC also?
Yeah.
Oh, so were there ads on NBC?
I'm sure it was just regular paid for commercials there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we were sitting there watching it and literally between announcing guys to the ring, there was commercials.
Yeah. It's terrible.
I kept telling her, I was like, I pay for commercial free stuff. I don't pay for this. And boy, did they hit us with, if there wasn't 4 commercials or 5 commercials per segment, I would be surprised. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like it was a 2-hour show and we must have seen about maybe 30 minutes of actual wrestling.
I mean, it might have been pretty close to 45 minutes of wrestling and the rest of it was commercials. It was almost embarrassing that the money that this company is raking in at this point, right?
Yeah.
So they can't, I mean, they're not making it for NXT shows. That's why they're canceling, but it was ridiculous. And I actually thought I was looking at my subscription on my phone. I was like, there's no way. There's something wrong here. And no
it almost made it unwatchable.
Yes, this was not, I mean, this progressed some story stuff and we'll get into it, but it didn't, it wasn't great.
No.
I'll be honest, it wasn't the greatest.
Yeah,
so
very lackluster show.
Yeah, very lackluster, very chalk, very predictable in a lot of ways. So, Ricky, let's get into our first match.
First match, Sami Zayn and CM Punk versus the new, I don't know, what the hell are they called yet? They got a name. Dangerous Coalition was mentioned.
I don't know that they have a name yet, but I like the Dangerous Coalition.
Yeah.
I don't know. They'll come up with something here, I'm sure.
Versus Seth and Braun Breaker with the wise man Paul Heyman at ringside. For the most part, Punk and Sami controlled a lot of this match. I believe Braun Breaker got dumped over the top rope more times than I could count.
Well, let's back up. Let's back up to the 6 commercials and then the entrance of CM Punk. Did he looks older and older every time I see him. Now, again, he's in his 40s. He's an older wrestler. But it just, I don't know, maybe it's the haircut, it's the AJ Styles haircut that he's
bags under his eyes. When they said he was trying to go to sleep, I thought they meant it looked like he was trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, there were a few times where he looked like it was if you'd have looked over in a corner and he was on a cot laying down, I wouldn't have been surprised.
I wouldn't have been either.
So,
because I mean, he just looks more tired every time I see him.
Ooh.
But a lot of action with Punk and Sami. Take control of that match early. Towards the end, we got interference from Paul Heyman trying to grab Sammy's leg when he was going to try to hit Braun with the haluva kick.
And first of all, the referee saw it.
Yeah.
Right? Automatic DQ. I guess we don't do that anymore. I
thought he was going to eject him.
That would have been predictable, predictable too, because that's what they do now. They don't really disqualify people that interfere on the outside. They eject them from the match, which they're not supposed to be in the match anyway. So we obviously don't DQ anymore. Hey, Scotty's in Indy. Well, welcome. Well, hey, hello from Indy. Well, hello from Pennsylvania and Maryland. So, out as Scotty's
Guess
out
he's
there
getting
watching
ready
hot
to
dogs
watch 500 left turns.
How many hot dogs do you think? What do you think finished first? The hot dogs in the hot dog race at the Indy track, or the 12 that he was housing during the match?
Wait, did he say he put spaghetti and chili together or something out there?
Isn't that that's what that's called? That's the
Skyline or something.
Skyline chili or whatever. Okay.
He's probably just putting it all on hot dogs.
Gotcha. So, where were we? What were we talking about before we got interrupted by hot dogs?
The opening match. So we got Heyman interfering.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like that Heyman. This is Heyman's role now. Like I like the interference from Heyman. This is a good manager. This, instead of just standing there holding championship titles or just kind of standing back looking like the wise man like he usually does. Now he's kind of getting into it. He's grabbing feet. I'm looking for the spot where he takes an actual swing on somebody. We need Paulie. We need the cell phone. We need the cell phone to crack up against someone's head. But I like this version of Paulie.
Yeah, definitely. So later on in the match, Punk is on the outside. It's probably just minutes later. And I love the camera angle from the outside. You just see just off to the right where Punk's laying up against the barricade. Somebody hop over, and boy, somebody we had forgotten about, Big Bronson Reed.
Absolutely. Wasn't on my bingo card.
Was not on mine either. Like after War Games where he broke his foot trying to do a tsunami off the top.
Didn't he shatter his ankle or something?
Yeah, which was intended for CM Punk. The guy he seconds later steamrolls right through the barricade, putting him out of the match. Distraction was enough for Rollins to pick up the victory. Breaker.
Now, who do you remember who was laying on the table to catch that tsunami?
Yeah, it was CM Punk.
It wasn't CM Punk.
It was CM Punk. Roman pulled Punk off the table. Or no, Punk pulled Roman off the table.
Okay,
that's right.
Okay. I was thinking it was Seth.
No, Seth wasn't in that match.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. He wouldn't do that match. Well, you remember Brunson and Seth had a couple. I think they have a last man standing match. Wasn't there I know Brunson had a few of them. I know he had one with Braun Strowman, but didn't he have one with Seth too, where like out in the parking lot? Did we go to that match? I can't remember.
Nah,
but out in the parking lot, there was I think we did. I think we were at that match. Seth had either pedigreed or did something to something to Brunson and dropped him on the hood of a car or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and gave him I don't know how many tsunamis.
They got history.
Mm-hmm.
They got some history. So I'm curious on Monday night how they're going to tell this story. How Bronson Reed is now with Seth Rollins, a guy who he absolutely hated, who took how many of those tsunamis did he take?
Half a dozen, I think.
He put Seth out. Seth out. So
Braun Breaker hits the spear on Sammy and picks up the win for their team. Then it looks like Braun pulls the straps down and him and Brunson are about to go toe-to-toe, and Rollins steps in, gives him a hug. They shake hands. And now we've got a pretty solid looking faction. I like it.
Yeah, it's starting to look good. I love Bronson Reed in a suit. He is going to look good for sure. No heel turn from Sammy, right? We thought we were going to get a heel turn, something with Punk and Sammy. So, again, curious to see where they're going to go with this story.
Roman will come back to even the odds up on the other side.
Acknowledge me.
We're hoping.
Yep. So, I don't know if that will lead into Money in the Bank, possibly. But we still got 2 weeks now
Yeah,
before
2
Money in
weeks.
the Bank. So
7th, right? The 7th.
yep.
Yep.
So that was our opening match. Then our second match was the Women's United States Championship match, which was added on SmackDown. This match was terrible.
Zelina, I mean, they really shoehorned this match in.
Yeah. I mean, Zelina and Chelsea, there were 2 619 botches, I believe.
Yeah.
One, she didn't even make it fully through, and then the second one, she busted Chelsea's yap.
There's no real heat here to me. I don't. There has to be something behind this match, right? I know they just put this match in there. I know Zelina and her team picked up the win on SmackDown on Friday. But there just doesn't feel like it doesn't. And maybe it's because of Chelsea's character of her being like the comedy character and funny all the time. It just doesn't. I don't know. Just
I
doesn't
almost
feel
felt like they were going to put the belt back on her.
I mean, that was also a possibility too. I mean, I don't know. They don't. First off, they don't like to change belts on Saturday Night's Main Event for some reason.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't change my pick. But
right. I don't feel there has to be something behind it, some anxiety, some sort of anger, some sort of heat or something. But there's nothing. There's nothing here. There's more heat with the her service than Chelsea herself. So
yeah, pretty much. So
I actually said that right without stutter. So
yeah, you did.
Yeah, her service.
So Chelsea ends up taking a bot 619 and busts her nose open, and then gets the Canadian destroyer, or whatever, the Mexican destroyer. There's too many destroyers.
It's way too many destroyers. We saw one earlier tonight from CM Punk. The old man destroyer is what I called it when they hit it. the grandpa destroyer.
Yeah.
Zelina busts open Chelsea. Chelsea is a bleeder. Is she bleed more than John Moxley at this point? Because I feel like Chelsea's bleeding every match now.
She's getting there. She's starting to catch up.
She's taking the page out of Cardona's book.
Yep. Yeah, she's still living some of that indie life with the bleeding every match. So Zelina picks up the win with the Avalanche Canadian Destroyer off the top. Buried face right in the asshole of Chelsea during the pin.
Yay. Love that.
Yeah, I don't know. The match was not good.
It was shoehorned in. Again, It didn't feel like it should have been there in the first place. They could have did this on SmackDown. They could have did this on the pre-show or a pre-show. They could have done it on AEW's pre-show at this point.
Don't give Tony any ideas. So match 3 of the night was John Cena versus Ron Cena.
Was this not? I tell you right now, I am going to buy this when it comes out. I'm searching it out. I need this shirt. I love it. I love it.
R-Truth is a national treasure.
It's great.
Like this man is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, for sure.
So John Cena comes out first in between 20-minute commercial segments. And not non-title match, by the way. And what cracked me up was John Cena's music hitting again for R-Truth to come out, decked out, full-on Cena gear, does all of Cena's stuff, comes to the ring. I almost felt like squash match was going to happen. I almost felt like somehow maybe Cena is going to lose this match because it was non-title.
Well, it could have been a disqual. I mean, they could have disqualified when he picked up the belt.
Yeah.
Like, and this match was very short. It wasn't very long. I 100% it was under 10 minutes for sure.
Yeah.
The commercials took longer than the actual match itself. But when he picked up that belt and he stopped.
Yeah.
There was a little glimpse there. There was a little glimpse of John is still in there. John is still alive. The John make a wish.
Cole mentioned it that Cena got her hopes up a little bit.
Yeah, just a little, and then he kicks him in his Ron Killings. So
yeah. But the whole match was just hysterical. even though it was short, the whole uh, Cena gives him the 5-knuckle shuffle, and then Ron gives him the 5-knuckle shuffle. He gives him the FU, and yeah, I think that crowd would have fucking erupted if he would have got the win.
I think at any point that R-Truth does anything, it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
Everything he does makes sense. A lot of it's comedy. But the fact that this guy doesn't hold a singles title, I think the day that they decide to give him a singles title, they're gonna cut him right after he loses it, probably. But the day they give him the singles title, it might be one of the biggest pops ever.
Yeah.
So
it'll be surprising too, like when Cardona won the IC belt at WrestleMania in that ladder match. Like nobody thought that was going to happen.
Right.
But yeah, Cena picks up the victory, and he puts the belt over his shoulder backwards and walks out of the arena.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so thought maybe that was the end of Cena for the night. So moving on, we've got more commercials and more commercials. And we go to a backstage where Jey Uso is walking up, and he runs into John Cena. And of course, he tells Cena the last time he's seen him, he was eliminating him from the Royal Rumble. And Cena tells Jey that it would be terrible for a YouTuber to beat him for the world title, and that he would maybe see him down the line as well.
Yeah, he said, imagine this. Imagine me as the champion and you losing the title to a YouTuber, and I leave wrestling as the only real world champion. Huh. Good luck, kid.
Yeah. Great backstage segment, kind of planted seeds for, I think, what we saw happen for the rest of the night. So after some more commercial breaks, we get into match number 4 of the night, which wasn't a bad match. It was a steel cage match between Drew and Priest.
I thought this was terrible. I thought the ending was terrible. I don't know.
I loved Jesse the Body's commentary during the end of the match.
Jesse was on one.
Yeah.
Jesse was on one.
Yeah. So Drew throws some chairs into the cage, and it looked like the match wasn't even going to start for about a whole 5 seconds. They came on the outside of the floor, and then Drew decided to throw Priest into the ring finally. Yeah, I mean, it was.
I think maybe, and you said it to me before we came on about Drew taking some time off, and because it ended with the concerto, and that makes sense. Drew's really carried this company on his back for 4 years now, right? Since COVID,
since
3
COVID,
years now.
yeah.
So he's
earned his time.
He absolutely has. And he could be still hurt. He could be still hurt from the last pay-per-view. So, I mean, he did walk out pretty stiff from the last. Was it Monday Night Raw?
No, it was
2 SmackDowns ago.
No, Backlash, the Fatal 4-Way.
Well, no, he came out and did like a quick promo in the ring.
I think I might have missed that.
Yeah, I think it was Raw. Came out and did a quick promo. He was
It was on SmackDown.
Really stiff. So, but yeah, it's time for him to take some time off. I didn't like the ending. I think Concerto's fine, but I just didn't. I didn't like the fact that he didn't pin Drew. He just walked
he just
out,
left him lay there,
and it made it feel like he was going to turn back around and get back in the ring and do something else.
That's what I thought was going to happen, but
he just walked out. So I guess they were short on time.
And Jesse said why didn't he ask him to pull the limo up and have him open the cage door for him?
It's terrible.
Yeah. So another lackluster match. Then we get to our main event, which was Jey Uso defending the World Heavyweight title against Logan Paul.
I nodded off during this match. So this is I wasn't interested in this match at all.
I was struggling at this point and just getting more and more frustrated by the commercial breaks.
You did watch the match though?
Yeah, at one point I remember there was a spot in the corner where Logan Paul rips the middle turnbuckle off, I think it was. Jay ends up going shoulder first into it, and then Logan hits him with his whatever the hell he calls his punch, his loaded fist,
Yeah.
whatever, and Jay kicks out at 2.
We're gonna call it the Jake Paul for all.
Yeah,
For
you
shits
couldn't
and
even give him the pulverizer. Love that move.
I like Jesse Ventura's made a comment early in like at the beginning of the night when they were before all the matches started. They were doing commentary, and he said, I wonder if Logan Paul's gonna throw, or if Mike Tyson's gonna throw another match or something." I was like, "Wrong brother," but okay, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, he was out there. I think
Jesse was someone's grandfather got loose and got a microphone. So
yeah, definitely. So then we've got what the fuck happened next? Because like I said, I was struggling at this point.
So Jay wins the match.
Yeah,
John Cena attacks.
John Cena pulls the official out of the ring, which I thought there was going to be disqualification there. And he gets into the ring.
And attacks Jay.
Yeah, attacks Jay with the official down. Then we get the return of Cody. So Cody comes back
Cody
up.
Two Guns. Like his cannons. He's been working out the last couple weeks.
Yeah, he gives Cena the crossroads, and then Logan Paul sneaks back in with brass knucks, and he got speared, I believe, and took the Uso splash, and that's how that match ended. Cody was fired up, and he got on the mic, and he laid out a tag team match challenge for Backlash with Cody and Jey Uso against Logan Paul and John Cena.
Yeah.
So what I kind of like about that is neither of them are going to have an actual title match at Money in the Bank, but both champions are going to be in the same match.
Will Cody take the pin here?
I don't know. Because you still got 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
So
I'm
kind of wondering where they're going to go with this and how that's going to set up any, like, is this going to be the main event? And is this going to set up a teaser for the men's Money in the Bank winner to build like future storyline?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like Cody's return and becoming a tag team match. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that.
I mean, at some point you almost feel like when Cena does lose the belt, I want to say Cody's going to be the one to take the belt back from him. Yeah. It's almost, when are they going to do it?
Yeah. Well, he's here till December, right? So we're going to get a whole, the rest of this next 6 months with John Cena as the champion. But I think each match is going to show a little bit more vulnerability, a little bit more of old John Cena. We saw a little bit of it tonight. R-Truth even said in his press conference or his little interview that he almost had him. He felt like John was still in there. So I feel like that's the way we're going to go. We're going to get John Cena, just a little bit at a time, just coming back to where he needs to be. So
before he closes out his tour as a face.
Yeah. So I don't know if maybe it ends with him losing the title and then handing it over in a kind way. I don't know. We're going to see. So Saturday night's main event, not great. It was okay. It was okay.
Yeah, I think R-Truth stole the show.
We moved Monday Night Raw to a Saturday night. So, and that's just everything you can do to go say F you to Collision or AEW. So, but anyway, that is it.
They gave you a lot of time in between to take bathroom breaks, run to the store if you needed to get more drinks, make some decisions about your personal life, I guess.
Cake.
Yeah, I mean, we would have been better off just doing a live watch along. I mean, you'd have been asleep in the chair. I was over here chatting with the guys in the Hardway chat.
Well, I chatted a little bit, but not a lot, because if for some reason you guys were like 10 seconds ahead of me, so anytime you guys type something, I, I was like, okay, something's coming. Like when you said you said our truth is a national treasure. He wasn't even out on my screen yet with that Ron Cena shirt, so I was like,
Yeah,
oh, what's getting ready to happen here? So I had to put the phone down. I had to
yeah.
turn the phone over. So that's why I wasn't chatting. But during that Zelina Vega match, I went and took a piss on the second floor of my house. Came back down. It wasn't on yet. So anyway, less commercials. Less commercials. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's going to do it here for our Saturday Night's Main Event wrap-up show. I appreciate you guys for joining us. Make sure you go like and subscribe. If you're coming across this on YouTube, go like, subscribe. Ring that bell. Let us know you're here. Give us your opinions in the comments. I want to know what you guys think about the commercials. I want to know what you think about each match. What do you think Cena is coming back? Do you think the real John Cena, old John Cena, is coming back? So, are we going to get that? Just interested in your thoughts. So, make sure you do that. We'll be back.
Over under on how many hot dogs Scotty will eat today.
Oh, it's a good question. Let me set the line. I'm really good at this.
So, first, is this all in one sitting? There's a lot of variables we could ask
today. He said today. So I would imagine 24 hours.
24 hours.
Till midnight.
What are the prices of these hot dogs?
I don't think
at
that
one
matters.
point, is there a limit in certain places?
You're asking questions that only God knows.
Yeah.
When I say God, I mean Hulk Hogan. I'm going to set the line for Scotty. I'm going to set the line at 7.5 hot dogs. I'm good at this. I'm good at the line stuff.
Because, I thought at one point we saw him take a tray home from an ATCW show.
Was fisting hot dogs and eating them. Now, the real question is how many he's going to eat at one time. Is he going to Joey Chestnut the Indy 500? Is that what he's going to do? Possible.
I almost feel like they're going to say, look, you've had your limit. Save some for the rest of the fans. And you cannot put spaghetti on top of them. You cannot put Skyline chili on top of them.
Doesn't matter. As long as there's a hot dog in the mix, it counts as a hot dog. Now, if he's going to eat a hot dog and more stuff on top, that's going to definitely take away from the space in his stomach. But we've seen the space in Scotty's stomach. So, Scotty, I'm setting the line at 7.5.
I think he can do a full dozen.
Okay. Well, we're going to find out on Tuesday.
I'm going to go with the over on this one.
The over. You're going to 12 spot? You're going.
Yeah, I'm going a full dozen.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm definitely. Yes. All right. 12. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll find out. So if you're here, stay tuned for our Tuesday show. Tuesday Throwdown Tuesday, Throw Up Tuesday, whatever we're going to call it.
So Scotty eats a dozen. He might throw up, but then again, he might go back for more.
Boot and rally, baby. Boot and rally. So anyway. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back on Tuesday. Lots of news stories. We're going to talk about lots of stuff coming up here. Maybe the Raw after because we're so jam packed, or we're going to be so jam packed. So, but anyway,
enjoy the
happy Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, enjoy Memorial Day, everybody. Scotty and Wyatt out there watching some NASCAR or whatever. A whole bunch of
IndyCar.
Oh, IndyCar. A whole See, I don't do that. So
yeah, I don't watch IndyCar.
You fellas enjoy that. We've got AEW tonight. We've got NXT tonight. We've got more for our predictions challenge. Yeah. It's a tight race.
Yes, we will crown a champion tonight. A champion tonight. Yeah, it's tonight. Yeah, AEW tonight. So,
well, maybe I ought to pay attention to this.
Yeah, you better. Better. So, anyway, thank you guys, George. We'll see you guys next time
on the hard way. Yeah.